could be used, and if you'd like to sit on a blanket to be more comfortable, you can grab that as well. And when you're ready, just get comfortable seated, close your eyes, and relax your shoulders. And let's begin by moving into deep breathing. And just let the belly fully expand and soften as you inhale. Release tension from that part of your body. And bring the breath upwards towards your heart. As always, lifting through the heart and the crown of your head. Slowly exhale the breath out. And start to play with inhaling for maybe 5 or 6 counts, holding the breath in at the top of your inhale, and then exhaling for a longer period of time, maybe 8 counts to exhale. And then hold the breath out at the bottom before you inhale. Inhale again. Hold the breath in. And exhale. And hold the breath out at the bottom. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And then just return to more of your natural rhythm. But stay with deep breathing, finding Ujjayi Pranayama, ocean breath. So you should be able to hear the sound of your own breath. And allow those breaths to begin to soothe your nervous system, calm your body, and calm your mind as well. So let yourself begin to land right here, becoming more aware of what's happening within yourself. Just taking some time to check in with the body and the various sensations coming and going. Your mental state, your emotions, and your spirit. Root down through the sit bones and see if you can grow just a little bit taller. And then reach your arms upwards on your next breath. Reach to the sky, bring your hands together, and as you exhale, draw them down to your heart. Please do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up and open. Exhale, take the hands down to heart center. And one more time, big breath, reach to the sky. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. And this is a good time to set an intention for your practice this morning, today. Just invite yourself to acknowledge why you came to your mat to practice and what you need from this time. And let your eyes softly open as you're ready. All right, so let's start with a little bit of side bending. Take your right fingers off to the side and start to reach the left arm over. And as you do so, really press down through the left sit bone. You could let your head hang if you'd like to stretch out the left side of your neck, or if you'd like, look up underneath the left arm and really grow along the side of your body. Feeling that expansion, openness. Rise up on the next breath and make your way over to the other side. Again, extending through your fingers, the right nourishing and supportive in this moment. Rise back up on your next breath. Go to the other side again, reaching over with the left hand, and then start to turn your chest towards the floor to your right. Bring your left hand down, and we'll press down with the fingertips, just taking a gentle twist here. Feel into your upper back, and move your shoulders away from your ears. A couple more breaths. Start to walk your fingers all the way around to the other side. And turn to your left. As you do so, you're keeping your right hip pressing down towards your mat, anchored to the floor. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Stay open here. And give yourself a couple more breaths. From there, walk your hands in front of you and just start to sink down towards the floor, feeling into the hips, maybe the glutes, the low back. Notice where you're experiencing sensation. Roll the spine long and find your edge. So you're finding that place of just minor discomfort and you're able to breathe there. Close your eyes, take 3 more breaths. And then rise up, uncross your legs and give them a little shake here. And make your way into tabletop when you're ready. We'll shift here onto the hands and the knees. Bring the hands directly under your shoulders and spread your fingers out. The creases of your wrists are parallel to the top line of the mat. Knees directly underneath your hips. Start to circle your hips all the way around. And moving on the breath, you'll inhale as you bring the heart forward and exhale as you pull your hips back. So you can sink in pretty deep, almost like you're going to move back into child's pose and then forward into more of an upward dog position. Just be very mindful of your low back as well as your kneecaps if they're sensitive. And take those circles the other way. And let's do 3 more, please. Come back to center, realign yourself, and then take your hands a little bit wider. So a couple of your fingers might be off the mat on the floor. Start to drop the chest down as you inhale, bending your elbows deeply. And then exhale and round your back. So you're moving to the left or the right or the right to the left. Really opening your chest as you drop down. And then as you exhale, the back body is pushing up towards the ceiling. So you can really feel into that space in between your shoulder blades as you spread them out on the exhale. Do a couple more of these. Feel free to go in the opposite direction. Just waking the body up here, getting into the upper back and the shoulders. And then step your hands back in, returning to tabletop. Bring the knees a little closer together and extend your right leg back. So we're going to flex the right foot. Your toes are aiming down. Reach your left hand forward, turning your thumb up, and then gaze down at the mat to keep the neck in alignment with the spine. Squeeze the muscles in the legs. Try not to collapse towards the mat. You're pushing away with your hand and your knee. We'll take 2 more breaths. And feel free to either stay here or bend your knee and reach back to catch your foot. there, you can start to open up, lifting your toes, and then you can take your gaze straight ahead. 3 more breaths in either position. So if you are holding onto your foot, start to release back into reaching forward and kicking back, and then take the hand and the knee back down, and we'll switch sides. Inhale, extend the left leg back. Flex, squeeze, reach the right hand forward, and extend in opposite directions here. Find strength in your center. Start to build some heat in the abs. And take a couple more breaths here. Growing. Push the floor away with your left hand. And then either continue to hold here or bend your left knee. Reaching back with your right hand for the inside of your foot, and then see if you can lift your toes higher. Open up your heart. Two more breaths. Reach forward, kick back, and exhale, release. Come into child's pose for 5 breaths, please. Sink back into the hips, bring your forehead down, and decide what you'd like to do with your arms. Maybe just let the elbows bend a little bit, or you could bring your hands into prayer above your head. Or slide the hands back by your feet. And while you're there resting in child's pose, invite yourself to clear out the contents of the mind again, just letting thoughts go and returning to your intention and your breath. Bring your hands forward as you're ready. Rise back up into tabletop and take 3 rounds of cat and cow poses, and then we'll make our way into downward dog. So on your inhales, open up your heart, circle the shoulders back, tailbone lifted, lift your gaze as well. Exhale and round the back and pull the belly all the way up and in. Do that 2 more times. Notice the sticky and tight spots in the spine. Send your breath that way. 1 more inhale and exhale. Tuck the toes under on your next breath. And lift up into downward dog. Knees off the mat. Send your hips way back right away. Relax your neck and your head. Root down through your hands. You're pressing your knuckles, your thumbs, and your index fingers down. And then start to walk your feet out at the same time, shifting the hips from side to side. Take about 5 breaths, just warming up your body, feeling into the backs of your legs. Open the shoulders away from the ears, finding a more broad upper back. And when you're ready, you can raise your right leg. We'll extend up through the toes. Start to kick back. Try and keep your right hip turned down. Then kick as high as you can, maintaining that alignment. And then draw your right knee up towards your heart. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Grip them out with the fingertips, and then draw your nose towards your knees. Squeeze. Inhale. Kick back 1 more time. This time, step the right foot in between the hands. Fire up your legs. Spread your toes out, and then rise into a high crescent lunge, reaching upwards as you're ready. So your hips are square. Your right knee is directly over your ankle. you'd like more of a challenge, lift your gaze. You can take the hands together, cross one thumb over the other and let the head fall back. So just remember, again, you want to listen to where your body's at this morning. Modify if you need to. You could even bring your hands to your knees and just let the arms and the shoulders relax. Let's take 3 more breaths. Building strength here and maybe opening up just a little bit more. Take your hands down. If you'd like, bring your left hand to your block and reach the right arm up for a twist. Pull the right shoulder back. Spread your fingers out. Keep the legs strong and active. And take 3 more breaths here, starting to build some heat. If you'd like, you can make a big circle with your arm, reaching around the room. Take your right hand back down to the floor, please, and step back into plank as you inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower yourself towards the mat, slowly bringing the heart, throat, and chin down, followed by the belly and the thighs. On an inhale, lift into cobra. Using all the muscles in the low back, drop your shoulders, keep the tops of the feet pressing downwards. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under, press back up into plank, and all the way back into downward dog. And again, feel free to modify. Have your knees on the mat as you transition between those poses. On an inhale, take the left leg up. Kick back through your toes. Exhale, draw your knee towards your heart, shoulders over the wrists. Round your back. See if you can touch your nose to your knee. Get as close as you can. Inhale, kick back again. And exhale, step the left foot all the way to the top of your mat. Again, find the corners of the feet, which will help with balance. Squeeze in your center and start to rise up to stand again in a high crescent lunge. Slowly extending your fingers upwards. Find a soft gaze. If you'd like, bring your hands together, hooking one thumb over the other. Reach upwards. You can pull your arms back behind your ears. You can look up if you'd like to let the head fall back. Stay connected to your breath. So each breath that you're noticing helps you anchor to this moment that you're in. So moving out of the contents of the past and the future, just moving into the now with the breath, with the sensations. 2 more. Take your hands back down. Right hand can stay on the floor or the block. Reach the left arm up. Keep the right toes turned straight ahead. Strong legs. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. And then if you'd like, make a big circle or 2 with your left arm. Bring your left hand back down onto the floor. Inhale into plank. Exhale again, chaturanga. Control that movement as much as you can. If you'd like, knees can be down. Lower all the way down and rise again into either cobra or into upward dog. Straightening your arms, lifting the thighs, and rolling the heart open a little bit more. Tuck the toes back under and use the abs as you rise back into downward facing dog. And exhale all the air out. Inhale up high onto your toes. Exhale and bend your knees. Look forward, step up to the hands. Take the feet hip width apart. Inhale and lengthen the spine, lift up halfway here. Push against the shins, pull the belly From there, come up to stand. Reach through your fingers, come up with a flat back. Arms up, hands together, and exhale to the heart. Take a deep breath here. Root down through the feet. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, deep forward fold. Draw your heart all the way down. Take a hold of your ankles or your calves and pull. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back into plank. And either take the vinyasa again or go right into downward dog and rest. From down dog, extend your right leg up. This time, please bend your knee and open the hip. As your hip opens, keep your shoulders squared off. So we're still in downward dog position. Inhale, extend back through your toes. Realign the right hip. Step your foot in between your hands. Rise up into warrior one. The left toes turn down at a 45-degree angle. Rise to stand, right knee over the ankle. And then maybe sink in a little bit deeper here to continue to apply pressure through the outer edge of your left foot. Extend the fingers to the sky. Lift the heart, let yourself open. Take 5 more breaths. If you'd like to play with the arms here, maybe you can take the hands together. Cross one thumb over the other and drop your head back. Taking your gaze upwards will bring a little more challenge into the pose. Listen to your breath. Notice what's happening inside. Open yourself up into warrior two on your next breath. So you're pivoting on your back foot. The left foot is now parallel to the end of your mat. Drop your shoulders. Maintain a soft gaze. And flip your right hand up. So let's reverse our warrior on an inhale. And then exhale into triangle. We're going to flow in and out here. Straighten out the right leg. Hinge at the hips. Reach down. On an inhale, rise all the way back up and reverse your warrior. Bend the right knee. Open. Exhale. Trikonasana. Straighten your leg. Reach down and up at the same time. One more time here. Inhale. Exalted warrior. And exhale into triangle. And we'll hold here now. So press down through the feet. If you feel like you have too much space in between your feet, you could walk your left foot in a little bit. You might turn the toes in slightly. See how it feels for you and make adjustments as necessary. And you're welcome to have a block underneath the right hand. So we're focusing on abs here quite a bit. And squeeze tight here. Your oblique muscles are working hard. You can take your gaze up if you'd like to. If you want to work a little harder and build some more strength in the abdominals, take your hands and reach out. If that bothers your back at all, just come back into this position with the arms separated. Hold for 2 or 3 more breaths. Deep breaths. And if you're reaching forward, separate the arms and rise back up into warrior two. Bend your knee. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, take your hands down. Take a vinyasa. Step back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Maybe hold there for a moment before you rise into upward dog. Opening the heart as you inhale, and then tuck the toes back under. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths there. Relax your neck again. And notice how you feel. What is changing inside, in body, in mind, your energy. Take your left leg up on the next inhale, please. Reach up through your toes. Exhale, take the left foot to the top of the mat, in between the hands. you'd like, you can close your eyes. Tap into your breathing. Feel free to play with the hands again. Maybe bring them together in prayer. Sink a little deeper if you'd like to build a little more strength. Take 3 more breaths. Make sure your hips are aligned. Right hip, left hip, pulling back slightly. Open yourself up into Warrior 2. Reaching out through the fingertips, forward and back, and lining your arms up with your shoulders. Hips can start to open up. And then find a soft gaze over your fingers, or again, invite yourself to close your eyes. Turn your left palm up as you inhale. Reach up and back, coming into Exalted Warrior, and then straighten the left leg as you reach forward, hinging at the hips, drop into triangle. Inhale, rise up again. Use the strength in your abdominals. Bend your knee, reach up and back, Exalted Warrior. Exhale, back into triangle. One more time, moving on the breath. Inhale, and open, bend your knee. Exhale, triangle pose. Hold here, press down through your feet. Check in, see if you need to make any adjustments. Listen to your body. If you want to place your block or any other prop underneath your left hand, you can really drop some weight in there. Otherwise, reach towards the mat and focus on engaging the abdominals. So rather than just collapsing downwards, there's this sense of lifting upwards. And then if you'd like, again, to work just a little bit harder, take both hands and reach out in front of your head. Make sure your low back feels safe there. 3 more breaths. Separate your arms, prepare to lift back up. Strong abs rise. Bend the left knee, return to Warrior 2. Inhale, Exalted Warrior, and exhale to flow. See if you can really draw out this exhale. You're stepping back into plank and lowering down Chaturanga all in one breath. And then a big inhale to rise up again, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, tap the toes, downward dog. Inhale and climb to your tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees and then hold here in crouching cat. So the knees are bent, your hips are up high. Press down with your knuckles and feel the shoulders working hard. Stay with the breath. Ujjayi Pranayama. Let's take 5 more here. Notice what you're feeling in your body. And be with those sensations and your breath. 2 more breaths. At the end of the exhale, step to the top of the mat. Feet hip-width apart. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Drive all the way up to stand. Reach up. Take the hands together and return them to the heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank. Hold here in plank. And rock forwards and backwards on your toes for a couple of breaths. Keep gripping the mat with the fingertips. This will help protect your wrists. Last 1 or 2. On the next exhale, Slow. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back. Downward dog. Take a falling out breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Relax. And then lift the right leg on an inhale. As you exhale, take your right knee to the right elbow and bring the shoulders over the wrists. Squeeze in your center here. Inhale, kick. Relax the neck. Exhale, take your knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick. Exhale, back to the right. Inhale, kick. Exhale to the left. So we're going to do one more round. Keep moving on your breath. And after we touch the left elbow, you'll take the outer edge of your right foot off to the left on the floor. Your back heel will come down and then reach up with your left hand. So your left foot is like it's in warrior two. Push your hips up. Open your heart as much as you'd like. Maybe let your head fall back. You can make a big circle with your left arm. And then bring the left hand back down. Swing your right leg back through again. Exhale, take the right foot to the top of the mat. Return to a high crescent lunge. Inhale. Bring your hands together. Start to twist to the right, taking your elbow to the outside of your knee. Slide it down. Apply some pressure. Bring the thumbs towards the heart. So if you're working on binding, you can separate the arms here, and you could try to bring your right hand behind you, while the left hand goes underneath your thigh from the outside. If the hands don't reach, you might have a strap or something in between, and you can work on getting the hands closer and closer together. Keep your left leg strong here. Open your chest up. Pull the right shoulder back. And take 2 more breaths. Unwind, bring your fingers down, and take a moment to straighten your right leg out for some relief. And if you'd like, deepen by dropping your chest to your thigh. Take 3 surrendering breaths. And then coming into revolved half moon, we'll step onto the right foot. You can have a block underneath the left hand if you'd like. Straighten the left leg, taking straight back. And then start to turn again to the right, reaching your right hand up. Pull your right shoulder back. Keep the left foot flexed. And just see how much you can open here. Breathe. Drive your left heel upwards. Two more. And then come into half moon, going all the way in the other direction. Right hand down, left arm up, let your hip open. And expand in all directions. Open yourself up. Take 2 more breaths. Kick back through your left foot. And then we'll drop into warrior 2. Bend your right knee. Land the left foot. Rise up to stand and reverse your warrior as you inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands back down, step into plank, take a vinyasa or rest in downward dog. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, kick. Exhale to the right. Using on the breath, one more time. Inhale and exhale to the left elbow. Last one. Extend back to the toes. Exhale to your right elbow. Take the outer edge of the left foot off to the side. Back heel down. Elevate your hips and open up. Notice what you're feeling and where. Let your heart open. Make a big circle with the right arm. And then take the right hand back down. Extend your left leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, take the left foot to the top of your mat. Prepare to rise into a high crescent lunge again. Bring your hands together and twist. Now your right elbow will go to the outside of your knee. Bring the palms together in prayer. Press the left hand into the right. Thumbs towards the heart. If you'd like, again, you can separate your arms. You can try binding, bringing your right hand behind and around the waist. The left hand maneuvers underneath to find the right fingers. Spread your toes out. Keep rooting down and then open up. And maybe your gaze goes back over your shoulder. Couple more breaths. And then unwind. Take a moment to just straighten your leg out. And either keep your upper body parallel to the floor, drop the chest down to your thigh. Release through the hamstring. Just enjoy that stretch. One more breath. And then prepare to step forward onto your left foot. So another deep twist here. Your right hand will stay on the floor, the block right under your shoulder. Straighten your left leg. Kick back through your right. Start to reach your left arm up. And pull your shoulder back. And breathe. See which muscles are working. Challenge yourself to twist just a little more and maybe raise the right heel another inch. One more breath. And then make your way in the other direction, bringing the left hand down and reaching your right arm up. So you're pulling your right hip back here, stacking right over left. Turn your chest. Ardha Chandrasana. Open yourself. So we're making our way back into Warrior Two. Begin to bend your left knee, land the right foot, rise to stand, inhale, exalted warrior, and exhale. Take one last vinyasa. Bring the hands down, step back into plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, really open up your heart here. And exhale back into down dog. Inhale up high onto the toes. changed since you came to your mat? All right, let your eyes open softly. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Let's move into a couple balancing poses. So first we'll do figure 4. Start to bend your right knee, and we're going to lift the left ankle up and over. Your knee will open out to the side, and just as if you're sitting in a chair, start to sink the hips back a little bit. And you can either have the hands at the heart, or you could reach your arms up, or if you'd like to play with maybe balancing on your hands, if you're familiar with the arm balance, you might take your hands down underneath your shoulders, spreading the fingers out and hooking your left toes around the back of your arm. And then your left knee can rest in the armpit. And just like as if you're coming into crow, hips up high, maybe up high on the right toes, and then maybe you can pick your right foot up off the floor. So play with any of those positions, and we'll take 5 or 6 more breaths. This is a really nice hip opener, so feel free to just stay there, sinking in a little deeper and opening up your left side. Two more breaths. Rise up to stand, step down, inhale, in between sides. Exhale, recentering yourself. And then shift onto your left foot. Spread the toes out, find the corners of your foot. Bend your left knee, lift the right ankle up. And then the hips are pressing back as you sink in. Keep the abs engaged. Bring the hands to prayer at the heart, or feel free to reach up. In particular, if you want to work the shoulders here, you can reach to the sky. Or take your hands down and just see where you can go. So with that arm balance, the first step is to just get your palms to the floor. And then wrap your toes around the back of your left arm. Let your right knee rest up in the armpit, the tricep. Hips up high, you can come onto the left toes. And then just see if you have the strength, perhaps, to lift your left foot off the floor, even if it's just for a moment. Take 4 more breaths wherever you are. Soft gaze. And then slowly rise. And step down again, recenter yourself with a breath. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Let's come into dancer. We'll get the heart nice and open here. So standing on your right foot again, find the corners of the foot. Reach back to catch a hold of your left foot. Extend your right arm up. Keep your knees close together here, so that if and when you start to kick back, your knee is in alignment, so you're kicking straight back rather than out to the side. And then you can reach forward and possibly lift the toes higher. Check in with the whole back body. Make sure you feel safe. Take a few more breaths. See where you can go, what feels good. Maybe pushing your foot into your hand just a little more. And then slowly rise up, step down, bring the hands back to heart center. Inhale and exhale. Shift onto the left foot. Stay connected to deep breaths. Draw the knees close together, hips are squared. Extend your left arm up. And then either stay here or start to reach forward and lift the toes higher. Meet your body where it's at. a breath. So let's start to make our way towards the floor. We'll reach the arms up one more time on an inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees and forward fold. So counteracting dancer, let your back round, relax your head and your neck. Take your feet a little wider and grab your opposite elbows and just rock side to side a little bit. And then rock forward and back. Be loose. Get rid of any lingering tension in your upper body as you move here. And then come towards stillness. And moving into a squat, turn the toes out so your heels are already a little wider than hip width. Turn your toes out. Bring the hands to prayer. You can press your knees open with your elbows. Lift the heart and the crown of the head. And if you'd like here, you can play by opening your arms up and have one shoulder moving towards the inner knee. And you can extend your hands in opposite directions. Opening the heart one more time with a couple of breaths on each side. From there, have a seat as you're ready. We'll take our feet forward here. And before we come onto our backs, let's do a little bit of work in boat pose. So bring your hands right behind your legs. Your weight is on the sit bones. You can lift your feet up off the floor and flex your feet. And then options here. So you can either keep holding onto your legs, or you could let go and turn your palms up. If you'd like to work on twisting here, you can bring your hands together and take your elbow to your opposite knee while the other leg straightens out. And find some strong exhales as you twist. So let's hold for about 6 more breaths. Recenter here with the knees bent. Reach forward, and for your last breath, straighten your legs. Reach to the sky, and then we'll come on down. Bring your feet down and roll down onto your back slowly. If you can, one vertebrae at a time coming down. And once you reach the floor, take the knees in and squeeze. Rock from side to side. Invite yourself to close your eyes. Let's make our way up into bridge. Drop your feet to the floor, please. See if you can touch your ankles with your fingertips. Feet are hip width apart. Press your low back down to the mat. And then start to lift the hips up high. And bring your hands underneath. Interlace the fingers the opposite way you usually do. Walk the shoulders closer together. And open. If you'd like to work a little bit harder, walk the feet closer together and lift one leg up. And kick to the sky. Elevate the hips again. Switch to the other leg if one leg is in the air. And kick, 3 breaths. Bring the second foot down and take one more breath and bridge. Rising upwards, and then undo your hands, walk the shoulders out, and slowly make your way back down to your mat, and bring the knees back to the heart. Take a breath here, just getting grounded on your back. And from here, let's take the left leg out onto the floor. And we're going to raise the right leg. So if your hamstring feels tight, you will want a sock or a scarf or a strap. You could also just grab a hold of the back of your right leg. You could reach for your ankle. You don't necessarily have to reach your foot. Aim your toes back. about 4 more breaths, just aiming the toes back. Feel the back of the right leg opening. And then place your left hand on your left hip. Now we want to try and keep the left side glued down as the right leg opens. So you can take your right leg out. And again, really anchor your left side to the floor so your abs are working here. Take 3 big breaths. Feel the inner right thigh receiving the stretch. Left leg is strong. Lift your right leg all the way back up. And now change hands. And come across the body with the right leg for your twist. So you'll feel this perhaps in the hamstring again, or maybe your IT band. As you reach your right arm out, let your heart open. You can close your eyes. And remember just to find your edge, but to not go past that place. You want to feel safe. Keep checking in with the body. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then raise your right leg back up. You can take your strap off and float your right leg all the way down. Just pause for a moment to feel the difference in between the 2 sides of the body. And then take your left knee in and extend your left leg to the sky. Flex your foot and take your strap around if you'd like, or just reach down as far as you can. Try and straighten your leg as much as possible. And pull. Take about 4 more breaths. This is a good time to also compare your legs and see if one is tighter than the other, if they feel balanced. Place your right hand on your hip, and this is just a reminder to kind of keep your right side down. Let the left leg start to open. So right leg is strong, your right abdominals are working hard. And then pull on the left foot. So your leg has opened, and then you're also still trying to drive your toes back. 3 more breaths. And lift back up to center. Use your strength. Change hands in the middle, and then take the left leg all the way over. You might not have to go far to really feel something, but some of you might be taking your left foot all the way to the floor. You do want your left shoulder to stay down. Turn your head to the left. And take about 3 more full body breaths. Start to unwind, left leg back up, take your strap off, and slowly lower the left leg all the way down. Bring both knees back to the heart. Squeeze, lift your head and shoulders up, wrap your arms around your legs, get into a tight ball. And then roll back down, take the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open out to the side in a butterfly shape. If you'd like, place pillows or blocks underneath your knees. Bring your right hand to your belly. Take your left hand to your heart. Close the eyes and come back into deep breaths. Feel the belly rise, and then feel the breath move all the way up underneath your left hand as well. just invite yourself to let go. To let go of your mind. To move into the body. To ground into sensation as a source of comfort, presence. Find yourself again in this very moment, just watching the flow of the breath, and maybe coming back into those deeper